Hi, this is Eric Martin with Board Game Geek. I'm here with Dan at Gen Con 2018, getting an advanced look at the next title coming from Pearl Games, which was announced initially as Sun Moon. The title for publication will be Solenia by Sebastian Dujardin, owner of Pearl Games. And Dan has graciously offered to give a little demonstration of what we're doing.
Yeah, so Sun Moon, or what it will be known as Solenia, is a resource collection and development game. And we're going through a day-night cycle is one of the key components of this game, actually. So on a turn, what we're going to do is you have your deck of cards, and on the cards you have a number at the top that will tell you how much of a resource you're going to collect depending on the space you go to.
Okay.
Of course, we always have these holes in the middle so we can see what is at that space. And then at the bottom, when that card is going to get removed, because we will fly forward on the ship, the cards will get expelled and have a special power to let you acquire new, more resources, or just more points in general.
Okay, so everything we're doing, it's something now, something later.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't know when later,
so every
depending on
card
how the day advances.
You need to think about what you want now, but then also keep in mind, when it goes away, you are going to get more.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is, on your turn,
I'll
turn these around actually. On your turn, you have 3 cards to start, and you're always going to draw a card at the end of your turn after you lay. So you're going to lay a card down on the board in a position either next to the ship, or you're going to lay it next to one of your existing cards in a space.
Okay.
There are a couple spaces that are just resources. In this world, they really love their stone, their gems, their wheat, and their wood. But then there are 2 spaces that have the star and the moon on it, the sun and the moon, which are going to be delivery spaces, where when we collect our resources, we're going to deliver those required resources to the day or the night cycle, depending on where you deliver.
Okay.
So let's say I was taking a turn right now. I know that based on the resources I have, I'm going to have to lay a card and try to either deliver or collect more resources, planning on what deliveries I want to do soon.
Okay.
Currently, let's say I have 2 wheat and I have a stone. I'm going to probably try to do that night delivery there. So I'm going to go ahead. Exactly. And one rule when you're doing a delivery is, if you're going to take a delivery space, you have to be able to do a delivery. You can't steal it from an opponent just to keep it from them. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and lay this one here. It's got a 0, so I'm going to get nothing for laying the card. But because it's a night space, I can do a night delivery for one of the 3 tiles shown.
Okay.
So I'm going to cash in those 2 wheat and that 1 stone. I'm going to take this, put it on the bottom of my board here, and I'm going to get 4 points for doing that. So we'll grab 4 stars. And of course, the goal of the game is be the person with the most stars at the end of the game. So we got those. Now on the board, this is the basic side. It is double-sided for a more advanced side on the back. But I'm going to get rewarded 1 stone back to my collection for delivering in that first space. There are bonuses at the game if you have pairs, so you can get 1 point for a pair, 2, and more as you go on.
Which rewards you for doing everything.
Exactly. Kind of spread out a little bit instead of specializing on one thing.
Okay.
Now, because I laid the 0 card, the ship is shown on the card, and it's going to fly forward 1 space. And my favorite part about the game is the day-night cycle. It really makes you plan for the future. So when we fly forward, we would expel any cards on the bottom board. And
getting rewards for them.
Yep, okay. Exactly. And then that board comes to the front, flips over, and now we have another day tile, and eventually this last night tile will go, and it's almost just all daylight for that round. So you really got to think about trying to get cards to the front so you can still play on future spaces, but you also want to have some cards to the back to expel them and get those rewards earlier than too late in the game, really.
Okay. All right. What's the end point of the game? We go through a certain number of cycles, or?
Yeah, the end point of the game is we each start with, I believe, 18 cards.
Okay.
We're going to play until every player has used every card.
And we play one every turn. There
Exactly.
you go, 18 turns.
And each player is going to take, in an option, you take 1 card out of the deck, so that there is 1 card every player is missing, so you can't kind of count if you are a card counter. But you will go through the whole game. So therefore, it can be a little lengthy, about a 45-minute game on average.
Okay.
And it is 2 to 4 players. There's also a solitaire variant for anyone that really enjoys solo gaming or just kind of the challenge of getting as many points as you can.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Dan, for the overview of Solenia. There we go. Coming Spiel 2018.